Yeah, I was reading from the case of Saravaka and so on. So I wish to read to you now the case of U.S. Supreme Court summary in Case Law 2, Ex parte Crow Dog 109 U.S. 556 1883. This will give us an idea of what has happened in the past, and not only in America but throughout the world, because, British and the French and these people actually control the world. It cannot be denied that official policy of the United States, until at least the 19th century, was impelled by a resolute will to control substantial territory for its westward moving people. Whatever obstructed the movement, including the Indians, was to be shoved aside, dominated, or destroyed. Wars, diseases, treaties, pocked by duplicity and decimation of the buffalo by whites, drove the Sioux nation to reservations, shriveled their population, and disemboweled their corporate body. They were left a people unwillingly dependent, in fact, upon the United States. It is an ugly history white Americans may retch at the recollection of it. But despite this acknowledgement, the courts relied on the political question doctrine, which specified the relations with the Indians are given exclusively to the executive and legislative branches. There's another case here, Oliphant versus Shield, number 74, 215, August 1976. And the judge speaks. When the Supreme Court speaks clearly, I must honor the statement or be unfaithful to my duty to the law, as the U.S. has been for the promises made to the Indians of America. The proper approach to the question of tribal criminal justice or jurisdiction is to ask first what the original sovereign powers of nation tribes were, and then how far and in what respect these powers have been limited. The court declared the tribes retain these powers of autonomous states that are neither inconsistent with their status nor expressly terminated by the Parliament or the Congress. See? I wish to go now to two more items. One which I don't have at present, but I think I could remember offhand. Now, since 1538, on the behest of the Emperor of Spain, Francisco de Vitoria was asked to advise the Emperor on whether Spain has right to control the lands of indigenous peoples of the Americas. And Francisco de Vitoria advised hereinafter. He said, the true owners of the lands of America are the indigenous peoples themselves. The Aborigines are the true owners of the lands of the Americas. And Europe has no right to occupy or to claim these lands from the Americas. Not even the Pope has the right to partition the lands of these peoples. He said, however, that only a treaty that is agreeable to the Indian sovereign is seen as a prerequisite in law to convey lands onto Europeans, or onto anyone for that matter. That being said, this is a letter from the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago's president, you see, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. It's 2 pages, see, Right. And it says, I have been directed by Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, to acknowledge the receipt of and thank you for your correspondence received by our offices on January the 11th, 2019. Her Excellency is concerned to hear the difficulties being experienced by you and other members of the Warao Nation of Trinidad and Tobago, as she is with all citizens who feel that their concerns have not been addressed within our system, including by our lawmakers. It appears to Her Excellency that yours is a legal and legislative matter which you have already brought to the attention of those bodies that have the mandate and remit to address your questions and concerns. Even though the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, by virtue of Section 9, states that the President is a Member of Parliament, her powers therein are limited to the assenting to and proclaiming of legislation as advised by Parliament. Her Excellency, even though she understands your frustration, therefore does not, unfortunately, have any authority in respect of matters such as these and cannot assist in the resolution of your issues. It is Her Excellency's hope is that all indigenous peoples of Trinidad and Tobago can come together to continue lobbying the relevant agencies to gain the rightful recognition of their heritage and respectful considerations of their claims as citizens of our beloved nation. Your Excellency has asked me to wish you all the very best for a positive outcome. Yours sincerely, Alison M. Mayers, Executive Advisor to Her Excellency, the President. Brothers and sisters, friends of the world, we are struggling for what is rightfully ours. We are not alone. This involves all our brothers and sisters in North America, in Australia, throughout the world, China, all over. You see? And so we would like to create a friendship or a platform then, so that all indigenous people can have a voice, you know, with a view to be truthful to ourselves and to others in our quest to achieve historical justice. We appeal to Her Majesty the Queen of England, the King of Spain, His Excellency, and to the world at large to pay some attention to us. For at the rate the world is going now, right here in Venezuela, which is Warao territory, northeast of South America, Guyana, Suriname, you know, these are our territories. Right here we are facing a problem where the United States of America wants to invade Venezuela. This is a sad thing, you know, for it seems to me that colonialism has returned all over again. When you're telling people that there were observers that actually said the election was free and fair, and now you're going to say that you want to replace the sitting president, who is recognized by the United Nations, with somebody who has been the head of some sort of assembly, and there's very little is known about him in the first instance. When you take away these people's resources, billions of dollars of gold in England and billions of dollars of gold in America, when you take the money that you are paying for oil and want to give it to this person that you want to run Venezuela, it is indeed a travesty in world affairs. It seems to me that we are about to enter into a world war. because America are sending food here now. Instead of giving the people their money to buy their own food. I don't know what you people would call this, you see. But in my view, this is a wrong thing. And if these countries expect to get rich by imposing their military force and their legal system upon the rest of the world, then we must stop them by our voices, because we have no guns. You see. We must let them know that they are wrong, and we cannot allow a wrong to rule the world today. We have to understand, brothers and sisters, that freedom is something that has no fear. You see. I wish to thank you, my dear brothers and sisters, my friends, my treasured friends, and my brothers from the organizations of America, you know, indigenous peoples throughout the world, and also the peoples of the world for listening to me. I thank you. May the Great Spirit be with you.